You know, when drawing these, I try my absolute best to have a color palette in mind, you know, when designing, when drawing. And this does two things. The first thing it does is it helps me actually design the image itself, building the character and building the overall image around the colors I'm going to use. The second thing it does is it stops me from spending more time debating on what colors to use than actually coloring. And this is one of those that when I first started, I had pictured almost nothing but browns and greens. And I was kind of excited to pull that off because you see there's a lot of detail, you know, a lot of vegetation, a lot of character design and little details in this image. And I was really curious of how that would end up playing out. So I was going to use, I had it all planned out. It was going to be all these greens and all these almost like neon greens and dark greens. And then I was going to have some light browns to the point they're almost yellow to deep rich browns. And it's funny because all of a sudden I did a little spot that was blue and instantly it changed my vision on everything and I completely changed directions on my color palette. Once I caught my stride with these blues and these turquoise, there was no going back. So from that point on, everything that I was seeing as brown, I decided to instantly change to these really cool colors. So like this was actually supposed to be some kind of mushroom that I was working on. That was going to be like a light yellow. And I just kept running with the turquoise and blue. I absolutely loved the way it turned out. So this rabbit was actually supposed to be gray. He was going to be gray, like a deep gray to a white. And I think I maybe felt so bad about abandoning all the earth tones and all the browns that I wanted to go ahead and put those back in. So I wasn't sure how it would turn out because in my head I was so focused on him being gray that I almost see the brown as a mistake, but I think what I'm seeing is my abandonment of my original idea. Because at the end of the day, I think it kind of worked as him being this kind of a soft, natural, almost like a stuffed animal type of brown. So I'm glad I went this direction. So you can see here, playing around with the folds of the material. I enjoyed doing that specifically on this picture. What I'm doing is everywhere the folds in the cloth is tucking into itself, that's where I'm going darker with the color to give that depth, getting into tighter areas. And then you could see here that I'm actually not even applying the color on all the parts that are elevated. The parts that come out, I just leave those white or really light, and then when I go over it with the white or the blender, it just really gives it that sheen and that nice three-dimensional look. So these rabbits too were going to be brown, really dark brown, and then I couldn't decide if I wanted to make them white or to make them pink, so I just did a compromise and made them white and pink. What I want to point out is this little middle cat. At the very last second while drawing him, that was going to be the sugar cat with his ears pinned back. So it was going to be these three rabbits, and then right up front was the cat. But I just kind of changed it up a little bit, so it's the rabbit with his ears back. But if you look close, you could see the cat in that face. So thank y'all for joining me on this talking technique. If you're interested in this picture I'm coloring, it's in my Etsy shop. So go grab it if it's something you might want to color. But until next time, y'all have a good one.
Sugar Sweeto.